Good evening, and welcome to our first ever episode of Start the Convo. Tonight, we examine a story that is very likely to spark public debate: the federal government's inauguration of a CCTV monitoring center at the second Niger bridge. Authorities say the move is aimed at safeguarding strategic infrastructure, improving traffic management, and ensuring road safety along the Anambra Delta corridor. But while surveillance itself is not new, questions are being raised about selective deployment, public perception, and what this means for trust in a country shaped by deep regional sensitivities. Joining me tonight are experts with different perspectives. Dr. Anyuka is a technology ethicist and public policy analyst. Miss Vera Nake is a civic futurist and urban governance researcher. Thank you all for joining us. Let me start with you. From a security standpoint, is the installation of CCTV at the second Niger bridge justified?
Absolutely. From a purely professional perspective, this is a logical and long overdue move. The second Niger bridge is a critical national asset. Any modern country would monitor such infrastructure to prevent sabotage, manage traffic, and respond to emergencies in real time. In fact, what would be questionable is not protecting it.
So, in your view, nothing unusual here?
Technically, no. Strategically, this is standard global practice.
Dr. Ka, where does ethics enter this conversation?
Ethics begins where technical logic ends. Installing CCTV on a bridge is not unethical, but ethics in public policy is not judged only by intent, it's judged by context, consistency, and perception. The issue is not surveillance itself. The issue is why this surveillance is highly visible in one region, while comparable installations elsewhere are either absent or unpublicized.
So, perception matters as much as policy?
In a fragile federation like Nigeria, perception is policy reality. If citizens feel singled out, no technical explanation will erase that feeling.
Vera, this seems to resonate strongly in the Southeast. Why?
Because security in Nigeria is not neutral history. In the southeast, decades of heavy military presence, frequent checkpoints, and security crackdowns have shaped how people interpret state action. So when surveillance appears concentrated or spotlighted in one region, it's not read as protection, it's read as monitoring, control, or mistrust.
Even if the government's intention is purely infrastructural, vice
Intent doesn't erase memory. When similar CCTV projects at the Third Mainland Bridge, Abuja gateways, or northern transit corridors are not equally announced or explained, it creates a narrative of unequal trust.
critics say this feeds into Nigeria's long-standing tribal and regional rifts. Is that a fair concern?
It's an uncomfortable concern, but is valid. Security professionals often underestimate perception, but perception can destabilize faster than physical threats. If people believe one region is more surveilled because it's seen as a problem area, that belief alone can erode national cohesion.
And that's where surveillance stops being neutral. It becomes symbolic, representing suspicion rather than safety.
And symbolism matters deeply in a post-conflict society. Nigeria never fully resolved the emotional consequences of its past. Those wounds shape how every camera is interpreted today.
So, how can the federal government protect infrastructure without deepening mistrust?
First, adopt a national surveillance framework and communicate it clearly. Second, publish transparent criteria explaining why certain locations are selected. Third, decentralize oversight, bring in state governments and civil society.
Security must be paired with trust building.
When people feel included in decision making, surveillance feels like care, not control. From a security angle, consistency is key. When protection is visibly equal, resistance fades. Trust strengthens security outcomes.
Tonight's discussion reminds us that in Nigeria, infrastructure is never just concrete and steel. It carries history, memory, and meaning. Cameras may watch bridges, but trust is what holds a nation together. Many thanks to Dr. Ayoka and Viraneke. I'm Cece. Good night. Remember, one like, one subscription a day, each gives us the power to make more videos. Watch out for our next video on fibroids. We need to start the conversation on that. Thank you for watching.